right, guys, we in a stew. We got a lot to get to today on the people's perspective. So, starting with the news with Lori Vallow, she is supposed to be paying restitution. Now, this is something I was waiting for an update on as well. Was definitely wondering how this is going to work because she has so many fees and things that she owes money to. So, I needed to know what was going on. I saw that they had a Zoom update meeting. So we will be starting there in our first segment. Then after that, we will be getting to the update on Travis Decker. We will go through his story as well because I like to make sure that we have a full picture. It's an unbelievably heartbreaking story. And I really hope we can, when it comes to Travis Decker, when we get to that section, just really put in some remembrances and understanding that 3 little girls lost their life. And now we have an update on what happened with Travis. And at the end, I'm going to give you guys, probably in a few minutes, I'll be dropping a Zoom link for you. If you'd like to call in again, yes, we've done this before. I'm excited to hear your guys' perspective on what we've talked about today, which would be the people's perspective. So I will give you guys a Zoom link very soon. We're going to get into Lori Vallow, appeared in court, still representing herself. And this is the update on the restitution that she's going to have to pay because of everything that's happened. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. It is so good to see you guys. Hope you are enjoying the new show. It just gives us the opportunity to talk more and really involve our community into what's going on in different cases and different parts of the world. So I'll be sharing this with you. Here we go. This is her updated restitution. I don't even know what this is called. Hearing, I guess. It says appears in restitution hearing. So it is a hearing. I'm sure the judge is really sick of her at this point, and it's got to be getting old. So let's just jump right into it.
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay.
All right,
All
this is the time
smiles
set
here.
for a settlement conference in CR. I don't know why I said a settlement conference. This is the time set for a status conference in CR 2021-001704 and CR 2022-001242. Let's get appearances, please. We'll start.
I honestly feel bad for Trina, and I feel bad for the judge to continue this, to have to keep going, because this is tough. This is really, really tough.
Trina Kay on behalf of the state.
And Ms. Daybell, can you state your full name?
Yes, Lori Daybell for the defense.
All right, thank you. This is, as I said, a time set for status conference. Is there any resolution regarding the restitution requests?
Judge, I've not had any contact with Ms. Daybell, so we had provided her with the documentation for Kay Woodcock in the amount of $8,949.52 prior to, or at the time of the sentencing. So I'm not sure if she'll stipulate to that.
That was the only request so far?
So far, the request for Brandon Boudreau at this time, he's still trying to get that together. So we would just ask that remain open. And when
there's probably an echo in the video because Lori looks like she's in an open room and the volume is coming. I think she's talking on the mic in the computer. So the computer's picking up the volume from the thing and picking up her talking at the same time. So that might be the echo.
Have those documents, will provide them to Ms. Daybell and then set a hearing so we can see if she'll stipulate or not.
All right, so I'll turn to Ms. Daybell. What's your position on the restitution
Okay, hold
request?
on. So she has to put her glasses on. So to be able to get into business mode, we've got to put on our glasses first. And then we can tell people whatever BS is about to spew out of our mouth. Here we go. Yeah, and Lori Vallow, she's unverified, just so you know.
Because I haven't received anything from Mr. Boudreau, also the documents I have received from Ms. Kay are insufficient on their face. The defense is requesting that the state would give the defense an accounting of the stipulation that has already been given to the victims in these cases by the state so that we can accurately review the receipts that have been given to us, and then we'll be able to go from that point.
What?
Judge, I actually have no idea what Ms. Daybell just said. She was provided with copies.
Yeah, you lost me. That didn't make that didn't make any sense. I didn't understand what she said. And I'm not even being like genuinely, this is what I'm trying to say to you. The points that she makes do not get across as clear as I think she thinks they do. I think she believes that what she's saying makes sense to others. When I tell you that that absolutely didn't make sense, and then Trina is saying the same, that because hold on. Can I just give you guys, let's just go back just a tad bit.
Go from that point.
Okay. Go from what
Base.
point? Listen.
The defense is requesting that the state would give the defense an accounting of the stipulation that has already been given to the victims in these cases by the state,
Okay.
so that we can accurately review the receipts that have been given to us, and then we'll be able to go from that point.
So basically she's stating that she wants to know what the amounts are of each one of the things that is for the restitution, so that way they can go from that. I don't know. I tried to help everybody. I tried to help you guys. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here.
Judge, I actually have no idea what Ms. Daybell just said. She was provided with copies of all of the receipts as well as an accounting on an Excel spreadsheet. So if she doesn't agree to that, then we would need to set a hearing.
All right, is there something?
What I'm asking for is for the state to also give what they have already reimbursed the victims as witnesses when they came. It's very confusing, the receipts that we have received, what they were already reimbursed for. So in order to have a hearing, I would need those disclosed to the defense as soon as possible.
What?
All right, I haven't seen any of these documents. Is the defendant talking about there's some things that are is the county attorney's office seeking restitution from their victim compensation fund?
I'm
We did
having a
not-
really hard time. I'm really struggling to understand what is happening.
Provide a request for that now.
Okay, so I guess what if if Kay Woodcock is requesting certain amounts of money that she spent and no one's requesting money that the victim's compensation fund may have given to her, why would that be relevant for restitution hearing? I'm asking.
At least you can laugh at how stupid this really is. She doesn't even know, and we've been over this. This is the same old song, man. There's nothing new here. She doesn't even know what to say. It's embarrassing. I'm secondhand embarrassed just to watch it. Is she frozen? Maybe she's frozen.
You, Ms. Vallow.
No, she's
Oh,
blinking.
you're asking me?
Yeah, see, she didn't know.
So
If no one's requesting reimbursement for money that the Maricopa County Attorney's Office Victim Compensation Fund.
No, she wasn't pretending she was frozen. That was just natural. She had nothing to say, so she just went like this. You're talking to me? Yeah. Yeah, they're talking to you. You brought it up.
Any witnesses or anything, that's not something that we're talking about for a restitution hearing.
well, that's what the defense doesn't know. The defense doesn't know what's been compensated and what hasn't been compensated. So on some of the actual receipts, there are saying 3 victims stayed at this hotel room, or 3 next of kin stayed at this hotel room. So is Ms. K asking for those things to be reimbursed to her, and she's going to cut everybody a check, or how is that?
Why would
supposed to
Kay
work?
get all the money for everybody else's hotel rooms? Let's just use logic. That doesn't make any sense. Just so we're on the same page.
I'm asking for some clarification on what has been compensated, what hasn't been compensated, and what she's actually asking for.
Okay, I think I need to just set it for a hearing, and those are questions you can ask. She would need to testify, I would suppose, for any money that she expended. So can we do a virtual restitution hearing Friday, October 3rd at 9:30 a.m.? 2 weeks from today.
Judge,
Probably.
I'm not sure Kay is not on the line right now, so I would have to check with her after this. I do have something in the morning until about 11 o'clock, so I am free in the afternoon if Kay Woodcock is.
Is there, since we have everyone here now, is there a way we could recess for a couple minutes and you could check?
We can attempt to reach her.
Or yeah, I could do also October 3rd at 1 p.m.
So for me, 1 p.m. would work.
So
I mean, we
she's
could
basically
set it-
saying she's not going to even agree to the restitution until she knows how much has been paid out exactly. Now, you have to remember, she has a ton of fees that she's supposed to pay on top of her sentence. I don't think anybody, I don't care how long she works, I don't know how the payment works there. I don't know how they give restitution, because I know they have to work, earn money, and then that money would in turn be paid. I think her fees are so high that that money will never be seen, even if Lori was fully working, because I don't know how much they can pay you in prison to even do anything. Like, even if you were doing janitor work or whatever the case was, there's no way that money is ever going to be seen, just realistically. I don't think that's it. I don't know why that matters. I don't know why it even matters in general. Not that there shouldn't be restitution, but you won't see that money. So she has so many legal fees and so many things to pay as far as penalties go, that this money is never going to be seen by anybody.
Then we can reach out to Kay, and if it doesn't work, we can let the court
40
know.
cents
I
an
mean, obviously
hour.
it's more difficult with Miss
Yeah,
Daybell.
say goodbye to that.
Not easily reached, but I'm not sure how else to do that.
And again, everyone, I would expect everyone just to appear virtually. The state would need to mark. I think the easiest way to do it is any receipts or documentation that you want me to consider would need to be marked just as one packet and a copy sent to Ms. Vallow. Let's do an alternative just in case that witness isn't available. So first choice will be the 3rd at 1 p.m. Second choice, how about the the 10th, October 10th at 9:30 a.m.?
That works for the state as well.
All right, so we're gonna assume that it's.
Why would she even
October-
fight back on this matter? I don't understand what the fight for. What are you fighting for? Yeah. You don't want to get into that. That's the problem, is that no one will ever see it. If it's really 40 cents an hour, no one's ever seeing any of that. That's just reality. There's too many legal fees that she was hit with during her sentencing that she owes first. And I'm sure they pull that first. And so that's not going to happen. Just so we're all aware. And that's fine. I don't want anything from Lori, period.
For 3rd at 1 p.m. unless we hear otherwise by Monday. If we do hear something, we'll cut another minute entry so that everyone's on notice that it'll be the 10th at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Go
if those documents could be emailed to our paralegal here at PWCC, her name is
How you doing?
Rachel Cheney. I wasn't going to say your first name. Miss Cheney. Then that could be expedited. So I could get that as soon as
They are
possible.
the same documents we previously disclosed. We can re-email them if maybe Mr. Abernathy can send us the email. But they're the exact same documents we previously disclosed.
And I'm going to need them again for review. I wasn't able to bring those with me.
I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, Kel, but really they're just talking. So restitution, like they talked about, they mentioned it before. There'd be restitution to victims. Brandon also would be one of those victims. Kay's one of those victims. I think I'm one of the victims. I'm sure Cole and Zach are as well. So that's a lot of people right there. And I don't know how that amount gets. I know they said in court, but I just don't remember. Just know that right here, I don't know why Lori's even fighting this or what her point is, why she wants to get exact numbers just so she can have to pay it either way. There's really no winning here. This is just an example of somebody, we've talked about this before. The more that I've learned about the justice system and watching court cases and things of this nature, you should never, ever, ever represent yourself. And this is all just because it gives her, a lot of you are saying it in the chat, it gives her the ability to get out of her cell, gives her the ability to focus on something. You know, and it's crazy. A lot of people, you'd never believe it, do this a lot, where they will drag their feet as much as possible, especially on life sentences like this. They drag their feet because they know that this is all they really have to focus on and keep their minds out of their own minds busy on something. So there's no reason for this. There's no winning. She's going to pay it. She's going to have to pay it. There's no back and forth. It's just like her trials. But again, you guys are exactly right in the sense that she's exhausted in her cell of being alone. And so this gives her a moment to get on camera. She knows people are going to watch her. I don't know why that strokes her narcissism so much, but here it is. This is what it's all about. This is just a good lesson for anybody in any position, that if you don't understand the law in and out, you should not be doing this. And even then, you shouldn't represent yourself, because you just can't be unbiased. You can't fight for yourself the right way. She definitely wanted her voice to be heard. So that's all this is. We already know that, but this is her continuous effort to be heard, be seen, and also just make it a longer process for everybody to get away from her and away from what she's doing. She won't just pay it because she already stipulated. So now she wants to drag her feet again because it gives her something to do. She's
out of
smiling.
an abundance of caution, I would just ask you to send another copy in the exact, order that you would be presenting it as an exhibit. So when we're referring to it virtually, everyone's literally on the same page at the same time. So Mr. Abernathy, are you willing to accept that email and get it forwarded to Ms. Daybell?
Yes, Judge. I currently have no contact information from Ms. Daybell. Obviously, this case is on appeal, and we have an appeal attorney assigned to it. I think he's in the process of trying to establish
I agree with you.
direct communications with Ms. Daybell, but I'm not sure if that's actually been accomplished at this point. Obviously, we would need like a legal privileged line to be set up. So I haven't.
And it's weird. I've been analyzing a lot of people in these moments, when they're in hearings, when they're being interviewed, when the detectives are talking to them. And you can always tell by someone's body language, like specifically her. She is so like, what the hell is that? Like, it's a complete disconnection. Again, this is just, we're always trying to learn from these situations. She's completely disconnected from reality, just so you guys know. She spends no time in her cell trying to suffer or think through it or worry about it. She is on planet numbnut. I don't know. She's gone. Her mind is gone. So you can tell by this kind of behavior that her happy, exuding like this is oh, hey, my friends, like no one in here is cool with you. Nobody's your friend. And you make it so evil by smiling and acting as if this is a get together. It's not a get together.
I haven't had a word on that, so I'm not sure. I mean, October 3rd is coming up pretty soon. That might be a little premature. I also don't know how we can do a virtual hearing with advisory counsel. I don't have any way to communicate directly with Ms. Daybell. That's going to be a privileged.
Okay. Well, you're advisory council, so you don't take an active role.
Well,
Ms. Daybell,
I love it.
Sorry, I could take an active role if Ms. Daybell has a question in the middle of this hearing. Then we're not going to be able to talk, and we're going to have to reset the hearing. So we're going to have to establish some way that she can communicate with me directly in order to not have to reset this in the middle of the hearing.
100%.
Maybe
okay,
to ensure that, I'm sorry, Judge. I was thinking to ensure that Ms. Daybell has time to speak with her advisory council and that they are able to set up a way to communicate prior to the hearing so that they can discuss that. As much as I don't want to push it back, I think it might be better if we allowed them some time to discuss the hearing and whether or not she needs to stipulate to anything. As we've indicated, there is no victim compensation that's been paid out. It's just the documents that exist. So maybe they can go over those with her and lessen the time of whatever this hearing is about.
Well, I guess I'm a little frustrated that Ms. Daybell, the defendants had this information for 2 months and there have been no conversations apparently or contact.
Do you imagine being a judge in a court of law? We've talked about this at length, guys. A judge in a court of law, and this is the type of stuff you have to deal with because it just plays her game. And it shows you how selfish she is, and it shows you that she doesn't care about the justice system. We know that, but it's always a re-example of this is what this is. It's a show. This is all a show for her. She is playing a character, and she's getting her whatever she gets out of it. She wants that thing that she gets out of it, and so it just shows you, yeah, 2 months. Why? So you waited 2 months. With all this information, she has said from the beginning, oh, well, I don't get letters fast enough. The jail system's too low. I don't get this. I don't get that. There's a lot of claims on her side that she does not get prepared and everybody's against her when really she's just not, she sits around all day not being able to get this stuff done and complains about everybody else. 2 months is a long time.
So.
And Judge, just to avoid some frustration with the court, there were there were conversations, but since Ms. Daybell has been transported back to Idaho, that communication has ceased. So at this point, I haven't been able to communicate her currently as to what the status of any of this is. I know based on previous conversations, there are some issues that we need to address,
100%.
and I do need to talk to Ms. Daybell about regarding the actual documents that were sent. I am happy to basically send a copy of those. I mean, I'm happy to do that if Ms. K will send those to me. It sounds like they're the same ones. So I will forward those to Ms. Daybell in Idaho so she can review those. Sounds like she didn't get to transport those with her.
Okay, so that's fine. We'll do a little more time to make sure that documentation gets forwarded in the format that we would anticipate it to be marked as an exhibit. So let's do. Is advisory council or Ms. K in trial the middle of October?
I'm not sure.
That's
I don't know
What?
sorry, that's at the prison.
Yeah, I think what I'm asking is, does it need to be on should we just shoot for Fridays?
I think Fridays are probably better, Judge.
Okay, is 4 weeks enough? Friday, October 17, 1 p.m. Oh, wait, I've got a block, 1:30 p.m.
I'm sorry, did I miss the date?
Friday, October 17 would be 4 weeks from today.
Okay. That's fine with me, Judge. If for some reason I can't establish contact with Ms. Daybell in that time frame or any reasonable time frame, I will let the court know.
So Brandon,
Judge,
yeah,
should
I actually
we-
got a message. If you guys know who Mike King is from Profiling Evil, he sent me his reaction to it. I have not read them. On the next segment. So right now, let me tell you where. So right now we're doing our case file segment. Then our next segment is our perspective shift. And so I would love to go over them with what Mike said, but I'm waiting to hear back from him too. So I'm definitely interested in what he had to say about it. I like to listen to other people's perspectives on those things. I don't necessarily want to read Chad's letters. We talked about that before. I just think they're unnecessary. But 4 letters or new letters. How many letters did he write this week? Because he had 3 full different letters last week. But we are going to continue to talk about that topic. There's a lot of stuff you guys have emailed me. We've talked about. It's very touchy because free speech is a very, very important thing. And I believe in that. And as you know, I am a huge believer in free speech. I think that our country is built off of free speech. And that is a huge thing to not censor or have to be put into a box over your speech. But like we talked about, there are parameters to that free speech. So we'll touch on that in a little bit, though. Let's finish this.
Come up with any reason why Ms. Woodcock is not available, we'll also advise court.
If you want me to put it in the chat.
5 new ones, huh?
The paralegal.
Gosh. So 5 total.
Oh, I'm being told my JA has the paralegal's email in Idaho that those documents can be forwarded to, and the courtroom assistant's gonna put it in the chat, Mr. Abernathy.
Okay, thank you.
No one else
Your
is
Honor,
smiling,
I
by the
also
way.
have,
Just
I'm
her.
sorry to interrupt. I also have all the information too. I've been dealing with the paralegal. I even have been talking to the warden.
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to get things set up for to be able to speak to
Exactly right,
Ms.
Kate.
Daybell.
Okay. All right. Is it in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, it's in the chat. Copy that info down. Mr. White sounds like he has it. Unless there's some sort of settlement of the restitution issue, I'll expect to see everyone virtually October 17 at 1:30. Again, if that doesn't work for the state's witness, please let us know sooner rather than later.
Okay,
Yep.
and Judge, can I just email the
nonsense though, so if you guys have you ever watched other cases, and I'm sure all of you have, you know how much more smooth that it does go. There's objections, but when it goes back and forth between lawyers, obviously some lawyers can hold things up. This is all because it's a mess. It's a mess. And this is her dragging her feet, making everyone in this room have to work 10 times harder because she wants to represent herself and she doesn't know what she's doing. And this is now, how many years later? Come on.
document that we'll be using the exhibit to your clerk, or I'm not sure who, do you have a clerk there?
We're not gonna know who the clerk's gonna be until a few days before, but it
gonna
will
get to that
reach
too.
out to the
This is a
parties,
great
and if
point.
in addition to the state, if the defense has an exhibit they want marked, we'll let you know who to send that to.
Okay, thank you.
All right, anything else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Your Honor, since we're gonna be having this 4 weeks, is it possible, I don't know if the state knows, but is it possible to have the receipts from Brandon so that we can, Mr. Boudreau, so that we can do that all at once?
That's not going to be completed in 4 weeks.
All right, so may have other restitution hearings in the future, I don't know. All right, we'll be at recess. We'll see everyone October 17, 1:30. Thank you.
Gosh dang, man, it never ends, huh? So again, Lori and Chad are obviously the same cloth. They continue to drag their feet and act innocent. It's going to be the same thing for a very long time. We need to strap in for the long haul on these because this is not going to be over. They're still appealing their hearings. There's still a lot more to come with these two. They are never going to ever admit anything, and they're going to absolutely deny all of it. So that's what's going to be hard for the rest of time, is that this is going to possibly be years and years of them with little hearings and little things trying to get here. They both would love to be retried and then get out of prison and walk free, thinking that everything that they were convicted of wasn't true. So that's going to be a long time. So that was our case file segment. Now, the letters from Chad, let's address those real quick, just because we've talked about them. We haven't really gone back to that place. I am not following them on social media. I mean, hell no. I'm not keeping up with them. I didn't know if he was actually going to go into this place. Now, let's talk about just real quick the free speech aspect of this. Now, we have a third party posting on behalf of Chad Daybell, where he is able to say unfiltered, raw, whatever the case is. The Free Speech Act, and a lot of what we really had to do deep research on, there's a lot of protection around speech. It has to cross certain thresholds. Now, the best thing that we can do is continue to work behind the scenes The only realistic thing we can do is report the pages. My personal take is this: Chad Daybell should not have a platform, period. He murdered his wife. He murdered my family. He's just as guilty as Lori and Alex. They are all three grouped together and guilty. There's really no way around that. He should not have a constant platform to publish letters, even if they're solely about himself, because he's also, in my opinion, a danger to society, and I can back that up with a lot of evidence. He is someone who has an ability to manipulate and has dangerous ideology and religious. So that's another big point. And another thing I thought about with a loophole is if they monetize, the monetization can go to her, and then she can give it to him indirectly. So there's really a problem there, because that could happen. So when you verify your account on, I think, X, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that X and Instagram and TikTok all have the ability to be monetized. And if you monetize, you'll get paid. I don't know how the structure works, to be honest with you. But if it gets monetized, like if it's getting the views and there's money, that money will go to the account holder. The account holder, therefore, is the recipient of the money. But if the account holder wants to give money to whoever they want, there's nothing you can do. So yeah, it can be monetized. So I don't want to hear, oh, well, he's not going to get any. No, if you get monetized and the money comes in, you can give it to him from a third party or second party, whatever. It's not true. He can receive money for it, just not directly. And if you put it on his books, what is anybody going to do? Nothing, because it came from someone else. So there's a lot of sketchy territory when it comes to Chad's letters, and it has to be dealt with the right way. And it is hard to figure out exactly the angles you have to take. We've talked to a lot of people in the background. We've been working on it this week. A lot of other people have been helping us, so it's not just me and Kelsey. So we're on it, and you guys have been amazing. You sent tons of emails. I try to respond to you guys a lot. I had to go to Texas yesterday to get my birth certificate, so I flew out to Austin at like 3 a.m., got there, tried to email you guys back while I was at the airport, and then flew right back last night. So we got all of that done yesterday, and that's when I sent a lot of emails back to you guys. But I do have an announcement for you guys that I need to get to at some point. All right, before we move on to our next segment, I just want to put that to close so you guys know we are working on the Chad's letters and what we can do exactly. Another big thing is the restitution, I think, is important because it's an accountability point for Lori. But I don't think that money will ever be seen by anybody. And that's just my personal opinion. I hope it is. But I think there's too many things in front of them. So now to our next update. This is the perspective shift. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of Travis Decker. This is a very, very hard story. This kind of went all over the place because of how hard it is. This hit me personally, and I'm going to have to just keep it a little bit vague because it is very brutal. So if you guys do not know the Travis Decker story, Travis was a military serviceman who had some PTSD and a lot of issues stemming from his time. Travis had 3 beautiful daughters, and he is the number 1 suspect in all of their unalivings. They were found bound with bags over their head. When I had heard those details, you guys can understand how much I understand that. And it is a very hard reality to know that this happens to other children, and it is someone else's children. Now, we have definitely touched on a lot of the moms. This is not to talk just about moms. It's about dads too. It's parents, and parents with their mental issues are unaliving their children. And it is starting to really, really become a problem, and we're seeing it more often, as you guys can tell. With that being said, we do have an update on Travis, and this is going all over the place. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm sure you have. It is all over social media. There is belief that they found Travis's remains a few miles away from where they found their daughter. They're trying to get a team out there to tell them if it is actually him. There's a lot that goes behind this, guys. You have to understand, even if you found someone, you have to do the DNA testing. There's a lot of steps between being able to identify someone and being able to know for a fact that it is that person. They have been looking for him for a long time. Law enforcement also has talked about, let me just minimize this for 1 second before I read it. The law enforcement has been preparing the next generations apparently on what they're going to have to do to make sure that he is found. So it's crazy because they didn't know if they'd ever find him. He is a master outdoorsman. And so they knew he could go out and live on his own in the outdoors for a very long time. This is circling back to what we've been touching on this channel is there were, reports. I'm going to turn the screen real quick and see they're different. There are reports that he did this, obviously, and everything points to him doing it. But again, the mental state of parents and being willing to go to this place will never make sense to us as a society. But it really does nail down on the need for people to deal with their trauma. And, I have a soft spot for cops and for military service members who have had PTSD. I get it. It's what we've talked about in the end of the day. There's never going to be an excuse to say that this is okay because this person had PTSD, this person went through this, so they did this. It will never be okay. And as a society, we have to continue as the people to say, no, this is not okay. It does not matter. It is not an excuse. I actually got a great tag from Dawn Gloves. If you guys know, she's on our channel. She's been amazing. She's been a member for a long time. She's just part of our community. She sent me she tagged me in something really beautiful. And it's just like, it basically says that hurt people don't always just hurt people. We need to stop excusing that our hurt is going to cause us to hurt others. That is just not the case. It is a choice. And obviously, shout out to Dawn. But obviously this is happening more often. And obviously this is always going to hit home for me, is that this is going on around the world, and religious beliefs are not always at the core of it. What we're trying to pick apart is the mental health issues. So they've been looking for Travis for a long time, for months. They never knew if they'd find him because he is a master, outdoorsman survivalist. So this is what is the update for here. So let me go ahead and make this bigger for you guys so you can see it, and I will read it with you. So they believe they found the remains believed to belong to the man who killed his 3 daughters are found. A search team recovered remains believed to be those of Travis Decker's in the forest 120 miles east of Seattle, the authorities said. Investigators in Washington state said that Thursday they had been found or what believed to be the remains of Travis Decker, who they say killed his young 3 daughters in June, and they left their bodies near the campground. The killing spawned an intense manhunt for Mr. Decker, who's only 33 years old, a former member of the military who the police said has suffocated his 3 daughters, Olivia Decker, who was 5, Evelyn was 8, and Peyton was 9, during a planned visit for which they never returned. This is Travis. When the remains were sent back to the DNA testing to confirm that they are those of Mr. Decker, the sheriff's office said that the preliminary indications were that they are his. Officials did not say how he died. The authorities said that they have found the body of Mr. Decker's 3 daughters near the campground in Chelan County on June 2nd with plastic bags over their heads, and their wrists had been zip tied 70 miles away. Let me take a second, man. It's really hard to go through this, man. Really hard to go through this. The girl's mother, who had divorced Mr. Decker, reported them missing 3 days after they did not come home from a planned visit with their father. Investigators said that Mr. Decker's ex-wife told them that he had been experiencing some mental health issues and was not taking his medication that he had been prescribed to treat the borderline personality disorder. The authorities combined with the Okanagan Wachine, I cannot say that, National Forest during the initial stages of the manhunt for Mr. Decker, who had been living out of his pickup truck and at times in hotels and motels. Okay. So let's just stop right there. Another big point is to highlight that he's going through mental issues. Having this point, he said it out loud. He said it out loud that he was going through these mental issues. And we're having to see this more often, is that people are usually giving signs of mental breakdown and mental issues before they do something like this. That is the best way we can possibly put it. Some people, though, okay, hide it very well. Some people are just struggling. But you can never, no matter what, if someone says, I'm struggling mentally, you're not going to think that they're going to go to this length, right? So something obviously makes them snap. But today I want to refocus on his daughters and his ex-wife, who was the mother, and we'll get to that. The National Guard took part in the search for him, which also used helicopters. Residents in the remote parts of several counties in Washington state were advised to keep their doors locked when the manhunt began. Mr. Decker served in the Army from March 2013 to July 2021, deploying to Afghanistan for a 4-month tour in 2014. He received training in navigation, survival, and other skills, authorities said. So they believe that they found him. And we are now at a point where this could be the end of a horrible, horrible chapter for this family. Now, I want to go back and say how important it is to remember that a mom saw her kid, said goodbye, said, I'll see you soon. And this is what happened next. She is going through it. And now you don't know where he is. And they think that they found him. So these 3 little girls are the victims. And the mom, she needs to be in our prayers. And as a society, rallying around people like that as well, because she lost everything. Everything. And this is the type of thing that is happening in our world, because we are all tracing back to mental health issues and how these mental health issues in our world are getting worse. And kids are losing their lives from their parents. Babies are losing their lives, as we've seen very recently. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot of children are being harmed by their parents. And it is really, really, really hard to watch. And it will always be in my heart personally for other families to know that, number one, that they have support, that this community can be a support to them, and that they know that we are going to rally around them, the people who have to stay here and deal with this pain and go through this pain, that they know that we have their backs. And you guys know that we talk about it a lot. We talk about how important it is for us to be a community and how important it is for us to continue to support victims. Yes, of course, all 3 daughters are the victims, but the mom is left in the wake, and she needs that love and support from people. Because how do you handle this? Hopefully, and honestly, this is going to sound really hard, but hopefully it truly is him, for the reason of closure, for the reason of that he is there's no fear left in her heart, right? And it almost kind of reminds me of Alex, for people being scared of Alex, and you don't know what's going to happen. And Ray has touched on that there's a fear that you have no idea what is going on, and that there is a killer on the loose out there. That's a terrifying feeling. And what do you do when that's the case? What do you do? So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to drop a link for you guys. I am going to go ahead and grab this real quick. Give me a second to drop a link for some chats with you guys on Zoom. We've done this before. I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to jump on here with me. Just got to fix all this stuff. And now I'm going to copy these things for you. Okay. I'm going to put these in the chat. Maybe, hopefully, that's not just a link. Oh boy. Hopefully that'll give you the links. So I sent you an invitation to it. This is our Zoom call that I will pull up for us. And I'd love to hear your guys' perspective, the people's perspective. If you guys are feeling brave, don't be scared. It's just us. We're hanging out. Don't be worried. I don't want to hear any fear out here. You guys know I love you. Let me know if you can actually copy that, and I'd love to hear from you guys. But if it's not working, let me know and I'll fix it. If you guys can see this, join the meeting here. And there's also a passcode, and I'll make it big on the screen. Whoops, it was big on the screen. Can you guys see that? Go ahead and join the Zoom call. That is the information. That is our meeting, and that is our passcode. Meeting is 869-3761-4622. And passcode 400435. You guys jump in. Don't be afraid. We're a community, man. We're a community. We've done this before. You guys have hopped on. It's a perfect opportunity for us to talk. And I want you guys to know that I want your perspective on what we've talked about today. So do not be afraid. In other news, the big announcement. At the end of the month, I am going to be going to a live event with Dateline. I had to go get my birth certificate yesterday in Texas, so that way I could actually get a new. Yes, you do not have to be on camera, by the way. This is just voice. That is why I want you guys to know, do not be afraid of jumping in. We will just have you on voice. So don't worry about the camera. If you guys are feeling strong, come on in. You guys know what it is. You guys still see this? Let me make sure there's no problems here. I have a waiting room. Yeah. So if you guys pop in, you'll pop in right here. Okay. We'll give this another few minutes. It's okay if you don't want to, it's fine. So Dateline's having an event at the end of the month. And I will be there in Nashville, Tennessee. And I have to get my real ID. So if you guys are struggling to get your real ID, it is tough. I'm not going to lie to you. I had to go get my my birth certificate, because you cannot get your real ID if you do not have all that stuff. If you do not have so much verification, it's tough. It's a tough day. And so I was in a place where I couldn't get it. I couldn't get my real ID to go on a plane without getting my birth certificate. And so we had to make a very quick point. So yes, passcode. Let me make it big again for you guys. I see someone's in the waiting room right now. Hold on. Passcode at the bottom, 400435. Okay, we got Emmy right here. So we're gonna let Emmy in. Nancy. All right, we're gonna go one at a time, guys. Okay, Emmy, are you there? Let's see if Emmy's there. Says her mic is muted. Let me ask to unmute. There you guys are. Now we're here. Emmy, are you there? Okay. We're going to put her back in the waiting room. Let's go with Nancy. See if we can get Nancy in here. Nancy, are you there? Oh, there you go. Okay, now you can try it. Nancy, are you there? Hello, Nancy.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
there she is. There she is. How you doing, Nancy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, Colby. I'm really happy to be here with you.
Absolutely. So, question. what did you think about today's show, and what do you want to talk about?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. I don't know. I did come in a little bit late.
Okay.
I mean, it was still kind of like the end of the whatever that debacle is. I mean, it's absolutely maddening.
It is.
It really is. And I'm not really sure what questions I have right now.
Mhm.
This was a really new experience for me. I just started following these kinds of cases.
Yeah.
I think yours was pretty, I mean, it was the last, I think it was the last one with Brandon.
Yeah.
And it's just incomprehensible. It's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And I'm just really, I'm a 67-year-old mom and grandmom, 4 grandkids, 2 awesome sons. And I can't comprehend what's happening in this world. I just,
Right.
you know, so I'm just really here to support your mission. I think you're
Thank you.
amazing. I think what you're doing is just so great, really bringing this discussion and information and awareness to people. Because, you know, a lot of times YouTube, you put it on, it's like a show.
Right.
You know, it's like you're watching a show,
Right.
and then you go on to the next thing. And I just think what you're doing is so important. I really do.
Thank you, Nancy. And again, just to address what you said is exactly that it's so important that we're not sensationalizing it or pretending that this isn't real life. Every single one of these cases we touch on affects somebody, right? Somebody's life was taken. Somebody's dealing with the consequences of that life being taken. It's a hard thing to do. And so it's regrounding the world and not pretending that this is all just, I understand that there's entertainment side to it, that a lot of outlets make it visually beautiful and all of these other things, but really the core of it, it's somebody's actual story. And so that's always been my goal, is to give people that point. Yeah, this is your story, you know, and we're just talking about it to learn and grow and hopefully support those people and invite them into this community. So that's been the biggest point on there.
Yeah. Well, you're doing great. You're really
Thank
doing
you.
absolutely tremendous work. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah. Thank you
honestly.
so much. I appreciate you a lot, Nancy. I'm going to have somebody come back in, but thank you so
Great.
much for being a part of this.
Yes,
You're awesome.
I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
You guys are awesome, man. Okay. We got Maria. Let's see if we can get Maria in here. It takes a minute to load up. There we go. Maria, you there? Make sure we're good. You guys can unmute yourselves when you're on here. Okay, so Amy says she's good now. Maria will come back, I promise. Put you back in the waiting room. We love you. Let's get Emmy back because we clicked on Emmy first. Okay, are you there, Emmy? In the waiting room.
Yes, I am. Let me just turn off the live and the other
No,
thing.
you're
Hello,
good.
can you hear?
I love it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
All
hear
right,
you. How are you?
So good. This is actually Emmy from CrimeCon. I talked to you on Saturday night, was it? I think it was Saturday night.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, we had a good long conversation, huh?
Oh God, it was like 3 hours
It
when
was
you included
forever,
Cheryl
yeah,
in. It
yeah.
was forever. No, I just wanted to say you're doing amazing. And I'm just
Thank
like
you.
so proud of you sitting here. I'm like, my energy is really high from the anxiety of it not working. So don't mind the shakiness in my voice.
You're good.
I'm just
You're
like,
good. You're good.
I just like have my little fangirl moment sitting here going, oh my God, look at him go. And it's really hard and you can tell and you're still pushing through it and you're doing exactly what you were talking about. And like, I think everyone here can agree that, you know, look, 10 years in the future, you are the one that people are going to want to go to like be interviewed or whatever. Like, I just see incredible things for you, Colby. And I just wanted
Thank
to say
you.
that really quick. That
Yeah, you're so
I
awesome.
am just so excited for you.
No, we had an
Stop
amazing
it, no.
conversation, and you and I, if you don't mind me sharing about what you said with your
Go ahead.
channel.
Oh,
You want
yeah.
me to can I say it?
Yeah, go
Okay,
anything.
so
Go ahead.
you brought up your channel and you were talking to me about kind of where you're at. And I just remember I wanted to encourage you because it's the same thing here. Like once you do something that means something to the world, that you have passion about, I think you can really change the world. And I really hope that's the case. As we discuss, is like, I hope people know, like, it's not to be victims, but at least, if we have a conversation in the future, if we talk about their cases, they know that they're talking to somebody who understands, rather than a journalist, or somebody who's just like, their job is to cover this stuff, is to come from a real understanding in place. So that means a lot. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome. Yeah. And like, just exactly what you were saying with CrimeCon, that it's exactly like people were saying before, where it's a place that's welcome for victims. I thought it was the craziest thing to see everybody just absolutely being able to just be safe.
Yeah.
And just like hanging out. So I'll let it go for other people, but I just wanted to pop in here and say you're doing awesome.
Thank you, Emmy. It's so good to hear from you. I hope you're doing
You're
good.
welcome. I hope you are too.
Yeah.
I will talk to you later, I'm sure.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay. Let's get Crispy Treat. There she is.
Colby.
I like this picture you got going on here.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I love it.
But so yeah, this is Crispy Treat.
There she is.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Okay, great. Yeah, I've not done anything except StreamYard before, so
yeah. Yeah, I know. I was gonna send a link out, but I think Zoom's just so universal.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have my meetings and stuff in here, but no, not on YouTube.
Not on here.
So, but you know what, I really wanted you to look into what's going on right now in Massachusetts. It's I won't keep you very long, but it's a case where a police officer, her name's Kelsey Fitzsimmons. She is going through postpartum.
Yeah.
The baby's father had filed an emergency abuse order, and it seems like it was it just seems to me, in my opinion, like a kind of a power move to get custody of the child.
Right.
The police come to the door. She's a police officer,
right,
mind you, and she had been on leave for postpartum, and had just received her weapon back. The police come to the door. These are police officers that she works with. They say that they want to hand over the baby.
Right.
The mother-in-law hands over the baby. She says, I'm going to go upstairs and pack a bag for the baby. The officer goes upstairs. Now the boyfriend is in the garage for some reason. Anyway, he goes upstairs to get to pack a bag.
Right.
The officer follows her up there, and somehow she gets shot in the chest.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just terrible. She survives. I just found out this recently, that she actually was pregnant as well.
Wow.
The baby, she miscarried in jail.
Wow.
They arrested this woman. They've arrested her, and I'm not exactly sure why she was arrested, to be honest with you.
But we got to deep dive this, huh?
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a whole movement around it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted you to look into it.
Okay.
It would be especially since you do so much with mental health. This seems to be a mental health situation.
Yes.
And it's really important.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we are arresting people that we need to have a place for somebody to go.
Yes.
Rather than the jail. This isn't especially if it's a postpartum situation, especially think about it. I mean, I think this baby was only like 7 months old. The infant, she was nursing when they knocked on the door.
Yeah. And
so,
it's hard, right? Because we're in a place where I don't think I don't know if it's ever been this bad. I mean, I think people who, if you meet almost anybody has or had anxiety, right? Like
Yes.
the symptoms on a regular basis amongst the normal group of everybody are, I think, worse than ever. I don't think it's ever been this bad. So we definitely have to continue to have these conversations, and these cases are just unfortunate and horrible examples, but to teach us how to be better, and hopefully with our community helping us all get better and spreading that out across, right?
Absolutely.
Continuing to get people to be better.
I got to tell you this part really quickly.
Okay.
She got out on bail. Bail
Okay.
is so that bail is for people so that it ensures that you go back to court. That's
Right.
what it is.
Right.
And she's a police officer, mind you. And so she gets out on bail. Now, mind you, she was hit in the chest.
Right.
And so they put her on an alcohol monitor, which that's like a condition of bail. And apparently, like, even if there's not alcohol, an alcohol issue,
Right.
I guess that's just something that they do in Massachusetts, where they put them on, I don't know, that doesn't happen in my state, where if you
Right.
were arrested for a non-substance abuse thing, you are on bail for alcohol or have
Right.
an alcohol thing. Well, apparently she was having such difficulty breathing into the monitor,
Right.
which they do it like 4 times a day. She hadn't,
Wow.
and it caused her all kinds of pain. Well, she goes back to court. The lawyer asks if there's and she hadn't failed any of the tests or anything, but they asked the judge if she could do it a different way, because there's tons of different options there, right?
Right.
And the judge put her back in jail.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, we'll do a big
And
deep dive on that then, and I'll look into it for sure.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
send you some information, Colby.
That'd be great. Yeah. You can email me and we'll go through that and then look at it for sure.
Yeah,
really
I'll
good
send
to
it
go
on
through as a group.
Discord, or I'll email, whatever you want me to do. But I'll send you some information and some stuff for you to watch, because this is going to be a big deal, I think.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. Well,
You're
thank
awesome.
you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah, of course. It's so good to talk
Okay.
to you.
Good to talk to you, honey.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye. All right, Maria, let's go for it. I think you have to unmute yourself, because I gave you guys the ability to unmute on your end. Okay, maybe she's here now. Are you there, Maria? I see that our mute is still on. I don't think I have the ability to unmute you. But yeah, guys, you guys are amazing for sharing different cases that we're interested in and talking about. It's really important for us to continue to learn and grow. Again, we have a completely different perspective. Hello?
Hello? Can
There
you hear
she is. There she
Hey,
is.
Colby.
How are you doing?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Thank God. Yeah, every time you do a Zoom, I
Uh-huh.
have one of my daughters here at home. So you're lucky I can do it.
Yeah.
Because
I get it. I'm
every
not good at
time
Zoom either, so I feel you.
She's napping, and I just went to her room and I said, Colby's back.
You
And
got to
she's
get
like,
me
"Oh,
on.
Mom,
Do
again."
whatever you got to do.
She's like, "Oh, Mom, again, I told you how to do it." No, I just forgot.
So what do you think about
So
today's
sorry.
show?
Love it.
Yeah, good.
And I think it was yesterday or the day before that I said, Colby, can we do a Zoom?
Did you?
And here you are. And here you are.
That's awesome.
So
I love it.
thank you so much.
Of
I
course.
just love this community. I love this community so much.
Yeah.
Every one of you, because it's a place where we can be ourselves. I'm always on the outside so happy-go-lucky, right? And because I don't want people, when people say, "Oh, how are you?" and if you say, "Oh, it's not a good day," or
Yeah.
I'm not happy, they're just like, they go, "Oh, well, bye."
For
people-
real though. Yeah.
Yeah, just people don't want to,
Yeah.
be with someone who says, oh, I'm not good today. So,
Yeah.
I go for life saying, yeah, I'm good. How are you? And people always tell me their problems. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just like a sponge for people's problems.
Yeah.
And your community is a place where I can say, hey, I got this problem and I don't feel well, right?
Yeah. That makes me feel really good.
So yeah,
That's what we've built together,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
it's like kind of what we
Yeah.
talked about earlier, touching on that topic of we're creating something for generations, for other people, for everybody
Yeah.
who can come, like you said, and just not have to pretend that everything is perfect. Like
Yeah.
there's bad days, good days. Sometimes we're in a struggle that doesn't go away in 3 months. Sometimes it's 6 months.
Exactly.
And you just keep coming back to be encouraged, and you acknowledge how bad stuff is, and then you continue to work through the problem until you're at a different place. But I've seen it all over our community as people in the comments being supportive, being loving and understanding. So we've created something beautiful, and I'm grateful that you're
You
a part of it.
created something beautiful. You and Cal.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it so much.
Of
Both
course.
of you. I
Because that
mean,
means a lot to
I
me.
can't believe it. I can't believe it because you guys are just like two little people.
Two babies.
Yeah.
I know everybody
mean,
told me that at
look at all
CrimeCon.
your
They're like,
mums.
you're a baby. I'm like, I'm 29. I do not feel like a baby. I feel like I'm older now. I'm definitely one of the older
You're
people.
older. Yeah.
I'll tell
Yeah. You're just
like
it's just
younger
like
people. I'm from, like, I was born in 1996 and like 90. And I'm like, yeah, 90s. Yeah. I was born in the 1990s.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's just like, yeah, and we're just like older. And so, we have kids your age. So,
Right.
but you're just like our pillars,
Yeah.
you and Cal, like you're there to support us
Yeah.
instead of you. I mean, that's how I feel. And I am so grateful. I'm
That's
so
so awesome.
grateful. And
I'm so glad.
and
I'm
I
grateful
wanted
for
to
you
go to
too.
the Comic-Con, but I couldn't get the visa. I
Yeah.
wanted to surprise you.
I know.
I wanted to surprise you. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, next year.
Yeah, next year for sure. We're working
Yeah.
on that right now, so I will for sure let everyone know if we're going to
Thank you.
be back in CrimeCon, so that way it's going to be in
Yeah.
Vegas. So I mean, you can't really
Oh,
incentivize
God.
people more than Vegas, right? People love to go to Vegas and have fun. I'm not
Yeah.
a gambler or anything like that, but I want to go see the
No,
big
neither.
sphere. What's it called? That one with all the screens, the big old circle thing. That's all I
Yeah,
want to go
it's
for.
like that shopping. It's like a
And the
mall,
shopping.
isn't it?
Yes, exactly. That's what I like to
Yeah,
go do.
it's like a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my parents went to Vegas
Mhm.
because we stayed in Los Angeles for a bit.
Yeah.
And my parents left me in Los Angeles with friends, and they went to Vegas because
Yeah.
it's not a place for a little kid. And they came, but they don't game. They didn't play or anything.
Yeah.
But all the lights and all the stuff.
It's the lights.
My
Yeah.
mum was
It's just the lights. Yeah. That's what's fun about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Well, hopefully I can go next year and just surprise you and
I hope you
say
do.
hi
Seriously.
to
That'd
all
be
you
so
guys.
fun to see you.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Ray and all you guys.
Okay, but
give
I have
Cal
to
a
say
big
it
hug.
to everyone. Guys, leave Ray alone. Everyone was on his crap. They're saying things
Oh
about
my-
him. Look, he's a big guy, and don't just be nice to him, please. Everybody
Yeah.
be nice to Ray.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's the
awesome.
best, seriously. He's the best. And we had a
Yeah.
really good time
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
We
And
already discussed
we're
it
all-
while we were in Denver about going to Vegas for everybody because we want to see everybody. We've also discussed having an event here in Arizona and giving everybody a lot of time to try to make it here. So there's a lot of things we've discussed that we're trying to find out the logistics of so we can get to see people and give that opportunity that we can get to meet you guys. That's important.
Yeah, I'm going to do it with time. I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to do it now, so I have it when you guys are ready and doing it.
Yeah,
next year.
exactly.
So
And we'll let you know. I promise.
I'm going to be there from Argentina to Vegas, or whenever you're doing it.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'll let you know as soon as I know about CrimeCon. You guys will know about CrimeCon for sure for next year.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
it was
you
so good to
much.
talk to you.
Same. And hi to everyone, all the mums or Colby's mums.
Shout out to all the moms, baby.
Yeah. Okay,
Love it.
Colby. Love you. I love you, Cal.
love you too.
Everyone.
So good to talk to you.
Yeah, me too. To you
Okay.
too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hasta luego.
All right, guys, let's go. Let's go one more. You guys, I love talking to you, man. Let's go one more. AZ meetup would be awesome. I know. I've thought about it a lot. $50 Shades of Ray. Don't tell that boy about that. He already knows. All right, here we go. We've got Irish Gin out here. She's ready to go. I love the name, by the way. We're gonna have to talk. What's it called? Genealogy soon. Me and Kelsey have been talking about it all week. Jen, are you there? Do we've got Jen on the line? Maybe so. Maybe so. I did not watch Dancing with the Stars with Kelsey this week, so I might be in trouble. Okay. Jen, we'll come back to you real quick. We've got Stephanie right here. Okay. Stephanie, are you there?
Oh my God, Colby,
There she is. Hi.
I am so excited to talk to you right now. And I'm kind of shaking because this is actually like really exciting for me.
I know. I'm excited that you're here. I saw you in the comments. You're like, am I next? I'm like, I have so many people in the waiting room, but I saw your name, so you're next. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm trying hard not to cry, and it's because I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
You have given me a place as a almost 40-year-old woman who is very dealing with a lot of complex post-traumatic stress.
Mhm.
And I don't feel safe around people because I've been hurt so many times.
Yeah.
And
I totally get that.
right. And you know what it's like to grow up with a narcissistic parent
Yeah.
and how that damages your self-identity. And I've been working really hard to heal, but I haven't found a place where I fit in. And so when I came across your community, you and Kelsey have just opened your hearts up to the entire world and have been vulnerable and loving and kind and compassionate. And that's the kind of world I want to live in.
Yeah. Me too.
I wanted to say also, I'm so sorry. I think I might have a little bit of panic attack because I'm just so
It's
excited
okay.
and
It's
nervous.
okay. We're here for you. It's okay.
And I
You
can't
take
see
your time.
face. So I would love to be a part of any kind of event that you guys have in the future.
Yeah.
And I would also love if you know, I'm nobody special, but I have a very interesting story about kind of parents and how they can kind of control their children. And
Yeah.
you know, you kind of get what I'm saying along
Yeah.
those lines. So I just wanted to share with you, you know, I have a really incredible story that I would love to share with you in particular,
of
because
course.
I know you would understand it.
Yes. And I just want to say real quick, don't say you're not special. Number one. Number two, your story is just as important as mine. Mine's just more public, right? So I'd love to be able to hear that because I'm sure a lot of people in our community would love to hear from you. And so I'd love that, just so you know that. And I really appreciate you being here. And thank you for saying that, because that means everything to me to know that this community is what I am hoping and praying for it to be all the time, is creating something real for all of us, a place in this world where it doesn't have to be fake or where you have to pretend your emotions are not real or not happening at that moment, you know, just really grounding in having a real community.
Yes. And I'll end this by saying, you may not know it, but you have saved my life. And just watching
You're gonna make me cry. Hold on.
You really have, Colby.
Yeah.
Watching you fight through this with such integrity really inspires me when I'm feeling just like giving up. It's like, no, I can keep going. Colby knows, he understands, even
Yeah.
if he doesn't know me, he's on this earth. And if he's doing it, I'm going to stay here too.
That's everything. Seriously. That's all I ever wanted. And I've tried to be as vulnerable to tell you guys how low it's been so I could understand you, because I do. I don't talk about this stuff lightly. I know what it's like to be ready to make the ultimate decision in your life and be right there. And I know a lot of people are. And so you saying that means everything. And I am holding back a flood of tears right now. I don't know if you know that.
I can't tell.
But thank you for saying that. And I'm so grateful that you're here today. I'm grateful that you're on this earth. And thank you so much for saying what you said. Thank you. And thank you for being a part of this. You are the fabric of this community, a huge piece of it. And so that goes for all of you, but this is what it's all about right here, right now. So
Thank you so much. I love you, Colby. I love you,
I love
Kelsey.
you too.
God bless you and your children.
Of course. God bless you too.
I hope we get to speak and meet soon.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We're going to figure out something where we can get people out and we can see you guys in person and talk to you and have that interaction, because that means a lot to Kelsey and I. And that's why she was so bummed she didn't get to go to CrimeCon too. But we'll figure out other things and other times too, so people can make it. I would absolutely love that.
Okay. Thank you. I won't
You're
take
amazing.
up any more of your time. I
No,
appreciate
you're
it.
good. You're good. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Okay. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, Stephanie. I'm going to try not to bawl. Oh my gosh. Ooh. That's what it's all about. Oh man. If I let one tear out, I'm going to bawl my eyes out. You guys are amazing. Okay, Jen says she's ready. We'll probably go maybe one more. Is she there? Is Jen here? There she is.
Hold on. Okay. I'm here.
She's here. She's ready.
All right, here I am. I'm trying to start my video because you know what? I'm going to show it.
Okay. Let me see if I might have our videos off, so let me try. You can now try that. See if your video works now.
Okay.
There she is.
I'm going to do, for all of us Colby's moms out there, I'm doing no shame in my no makeup hair in a pony game. Okay. So, I hope we all show up like this. But wow. What just happened with Stephanie? Oh my God.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's what this is all about.
Amazing. Yeah. I actually didn't even have anything to say. I just wanted to be in the meeting room in case nobody else got in there. Love you, Kel. Anyway, no, I think that this community is beyond amazing. And I am more than excited to hear all of your voices right now. I guess I don't need to see. I'm not going to be typing right now, but I'm just really excited to hear everybody's voices. And I think that sharing our stories together, just like Colby and Kelsey have shared with us, sharing our stories together only makes us stronger. It
100%.
makes us feel accepted and validated, and gives us, like we just heard, the courage to do things that we are scared of.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
I'm beyond excited. You guys know I love you. I don't have to say that part, but I love this community, and I'm very thankful.
Yeah. And as you guys might know, Jen has been here for a while, helping Maud, doing so much for us and helping us in so many different ways. And she's been a fabric of this community, just like you guys. And what we're building is something that's not for everybody, right? Not everybody wants to go to this place, but it is an invitation for people to say, we're going to talk about hard stuff, but we also can have fun.
Yeah.
We're going to live life. It's an up and down roller coaster. We're going to be sad some days, you know, like it's always going to change. But I think because everything's been so public for me, I feel the need to respond publicly just so people can see that the media doesn't get to control what you think is going on in life. So that's why we talk about this stuff. And then hopefully bringing in other people so they can do the same thing and have all of that. But Jen, you are amazing. You know that. You've helped us so
No,
much,
thank you.
and you've been so
Thank
amazing in our community.
No, thank you. But I think you're right. I think like I've always thought, not always, but I have moments where I think, oh my gosh, you know, when I think of my traumas and whatnot, I'm like, is no comparison to you, Colby, and then I tell myself, no, there is no comparison. However, there is, because when you go through what's the worst for you, and I think you've said this before, that is the worst for you. You've like for all of us.
Right.
And so if I could say one thing, I want all of us to acknowledge that, like, don't belittle or demean or whatever that word is to ourselves. Don't downplay it, I guess, our own traumas.
Exactly. And that's, I tried to say that at CrimeCon because so many people say to me how much they go, it's nothing like you. And I go, no.
Yeah.
We all have our mountains. It doesn't matter. There's no, like you just said, there's no competition here. And so I think that's a beautiful thing to continue to tell people is don't think, well, and there's always the saying it could be worse, but sometimes you're at your lowest, you hit your rock bottom, and
You're
that's
like,
all that matters.
honestly,
It doesn't matter.
Like, could it get worse? No.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like everybody has that rock bottom. Everybody has their mountains to climb. And it's not about whose is worse or not. It's not a comparison. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to you, period. No one knows how you feel exactly. That's why this community exists, to address that kind of stuff. And that's what's mattered the most, is carrying that forward, you know? And I really think when you've lost people that you love, the best thing you could do is try to create something good in their name, you know, especially if you've lost people. So that's what matters.
Well, I want to get off of here because I want to hear from everybody else.
No, you're good. You're amazing.
Love you guys.
Yes, we love you so much. Thank you. Guys, you are amazing. What a beautiful community we have. You guys get to see it. I always want you to understand this goes so much. Here, I'm going to answer this in a second. Understand so much how real this is for all of us and how much this matters. And we will continue to put the highlight on things, continue to let people say their piece, and hopefully really understand and grow and learn from the situations and the tragedies that are happening in this world, and learn from them and pass those lessons on, and be able to possibly continue to focus and bring mental health back to the forefront of what is important in this world, and that we start taking care of ourselves. I tell you right now, take care of yourself today. Take care of yourself today. Love yourself today. Don't keep pushing it off. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're not broken. You're not too numb. You're not too far gone. You're not too anything. There's nothing that you're too far down a road where you can't come back. There's not, I will never be loved. I don't want to hear any of that. I've done all that. Okay. It's not true. And you need to know you're loved. And this community is an example. We're all imperfect. And I will sit here and I am very, very imperfect. There's nothing about me that is perfect at all. I learn every day. I constantly make mistakes. I constantly know I need to be better. I constantly struggle with my own insecurities and doubts. And I constantly have to be, I'm a human being. I constantly have to do work to learn about myself and grow. And it's not like an easy task, but that awareness, right? And this is one thing I want to revert back to with where we were going to talk about. Guys, what's the movie with Aladdin's genie? What's his name? Hold on. My favorite guy. And then what's the movie? Good Will Hunting. Why we talked about Good Will Hunting is that how many movies are about therapy and getting better? Yeah, of course, there's other aspects of that movie. But the real thing about that movie is therapy. That's so weird in our society these days. We don't get that. We get into the world stuff. It's bringing back forefront of what happens when in that movie that he has a breakthrough. And that breakthrough is realizing it's not all my fault. No, it's Aladdin's genie. I said Aladdin's genie. It's what's my guy's name? I see his face right now. You guys know Aladdin's genie. Don't play me right now. Somebody say his name. Robin Williams. Robin Williams, thank you. Me and Stephanie said the same exact time. Robin Williams. That is a bringing it to the forefront, right? We just don't have that as much anymore. And I know most people say they have some type of anxiety. I've had crippling anxiety before. Like I can't leave my room anxiety. Like I can go to the depths with you. Trust me, I know. And we'll get into my story over time. It's really about you guys though too. Remembering that this community is built on the reality of life. You guys know what's happening in my life as far as my family stuff. And I want to face that head on now because it took me years to get there, to be brave enough to deal with that. And now that we're doing it, it's helping me become able to process it. There's a river flow. It was a stop and a damn wall there. And I finally let let me not miss, let's say liver. The river is now able to flow. And I mean that as in there's movement, there's healing, that stuff's getting out of me, so I'm becoming a better person. There's nothing wrong with having panic attacks. There's nothing wrong with having anxiety. There's nothing wrong with where you are now. It's just that my hope for all of you is that you get better and that you're able to improve over time and that you know that there is freedom. There's freedom from these things and it just is going to take some time. And yes, you might have these things. There's nothing wrong with having them, right? It's just genuinely that I want you to not be suffering. I do not want you to be suffering on a regular basis. So yes, I can tell you and attest to you, there's freedom from unaliving thoughts. There's freedom from crippling depression. There is freedom from all that self-hatred. There's freedom from a lot of those things that you can get to. And I was that person. So you're talking to the person who understands deeply. So I love you. I mean that. I love our community. I love every single one of you. You are amazing people. I'm going to be posting. I just watched The Unknown Number on Netflix. That's what it is called, by the way, the documentary. And I did an entire video for you. So that's going to come out for you later today, possibly tomorrow. Just might take me a little bit longer, but I want to get that out for you so you guys know my reaction. If you've not seen it, there's going to be a lot of clips in there that will spoil it. So if you're wanting to watch it, I would not watch it until you've seen it, or it's up to you. I just want you to know there's going to be some spoilers in there. But it matters a lot to me that we talk about that situation because a lot of you have requested to talk about that, and we will. I will keep you up to date if there's anything else that happens with all of our different situations that we talk about on our show, and continue to please follow our you have to turn your notifications on. I've been seeing this a lot. A lot of people are like, I missed a live, I missed the post. I think you have to go in when you are subscribed to the channel, you have to go in and turn notifications on, and then you'll see the post pop up on your phone, the lives, the videos, all that stuff. So a lot of people have probably missed that stuff. Just remember, you have to be able to turn that on. Thank you, all of our mods and our members. You guys are amazing, and you know it. We have had the most beautiful community. We continue to work hard and tirelessly to bring mental health to the forefront, and we are going to be bringing tools in as well very soon. I'll keep you up to date on the community tab as always. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.